Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to today's episode of Brave Talk with the one and only Cat Doge team. Together with me on stage, I have Pictator, I have Aaron, and I have Frankie. Guys, would you please introduce yourself in a short manner to the audience?
Yeah, hi there, Phil. Thank you very much for the great introduction. My name's the Pictator. Basically started in crypto as just an investor. Got into some really good projects, just helping them within the community, and just sort of went from there. Really, me and Frankie got to know each other really well with our very first project that we invested in. Obviously, met each other there. We then set up a poker channel, which we were doing 2 to 3 poker tournaments a week for free. We were paying it out of our own pockets. As it got bigger and bigger, we had a couple of projects actually come in and sort of sponsor us and effectively took it over. Once that was a success, we then went on to Cat Doge, which we'll get back to when Phil's ready.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. On the team want to briefly introduce themselves before we talk about the project itself?
Yes, I will go ahead. I'm Frankie. Yeah, I similar have the same crypto career like Pictator. I started as a normal investor and started to chill and for my bags. And after some time and bad losses and some scams and rugs, I decided to start my own project with Pictator and Aaron. So Aaron.
My history in the space is, guys, I've been in the space since the middle of the last bull run. My name is Aaron. I've worked on several projects now, in many capacities: moderation, management, content creation, PR, event planning, marketing, promoting. I've really been in kind of every role and worn every hat to some capacity, and that's exactly what the three of us are doing here at Cat Doge since the very beginning.
Very nice. Thank you very much, everybody, for introducing yourself to the crowd. I think the most people in here know you guys already, since at least Frankie is a very stable visitor. And I also saw Pictator around a few times. But great to hear that this project was started out of the motivation to do it better than others in the market. And I think with your BSC version, you already proved a lot when it comes to sustainability, community management, marketing, building a brand, establishing a brand. So let's talk a little bit about the history. How was the initial version of Cat Doge launched, and what did you guys achieve over the duration of the project running on BSC?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, Pig, actually, go ahead and start out. All right, now that we've overwritten each other, Phil, go ahead and repeat the question real quick.
Okay, so I know that you guys just migrated to Ethereum, but let's speak a little bit about the origins of the project. I know that you once started on BSC. How did you launch the initial version of the project? And what did you achieve over the duration while it was running on BSC?
Take a Pig.
Great question, Phil. I just want to basically quickly say why we started our own project. Just a quick, just to quickly go over it. We knew there was a problem, big problem in crypto at the moment, where there's just too many rugs, scams, whatever going on, tax farming, the lot. It's disgusting. We all work too hard for our money. We've been scammed a few times, probably like everybody here has. So Frankie basically phoned me up one day and was like, "Bro, I've got a really good idea. Remember the old cartoon called Cat Dog? I said, yeah, of course I remember it. Very, very popular. He said, well, put an E at the end of it. So I looked at him and said, yeah, Cat Doge. And he went, why don't we do a reward-based token? If you buy Cat, you get Doge as a reward. And I was like, bro, that's brilliant. So anyway, yeah, we set it all up, and our plan was we were going to run this project completely and utterly legitimate. No multiple wallets. You know, a lot of people, you know, they have multiple wallets. They dump on their own community. We doxed our wallets and said, guys, this is it. This is the way that we think a perfect project can be run. And then obviously we launched at 1K market cap. We got up to 77K market cap, which was, you know, very, very good. We took, you know, people took profits, which is completely and utterly fine. Again, the team didn't take any money out whatsoever. It went back to 45K and it went up again, and then it sort of dipped a little bit, and then it was just nicely going sideways for a while. We always had the main goal to keep the community active, keep the chat going in the group. But the most important thing that we said to our community was, we're in this for the long run, guys. We want to be here for the bull run. Once we're hitting the bull run, we know with our legitimacy as a team and community, we can do extremely well. I say one of your questions was, Phil, about our community. I mean, our community, a lot of them are Germans, and I'm just going to say some of the best people I've met in this space. Absolutely diamond hands, like ridiculously hold so well. They've always supported us. They've been there. A lot of them could have sold when it was all-time high. They chose not to. You know, they supported the migration coming over, and they've just been as active as ever on our new project after the margin. So yeah, it's been great. Sorry, Phil, what was the other questions you had, buddy?
I think I just wanted to get a basic idea of your achievements within the BSC version of the project.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think you already shielded us a little bit on market cap. You went to around 80K in market cap. Was this the all-time high, or did you go further?
No, that was the all-time high at that particular moment. Yes. So, yeah, what did we achieve? Good question. Okay, well, we definitely proved to ourselves that we can run a legitimate project, that it hasn't got to be any foul play. We've proved that no matter what happens, we're always there. We were there every day. And bearing in mind, guys, we do work full time. We're not any crypto millionaires. And I think, yeah, we just proved to our community, it doesn't matter what the market cap is, what's going on in our own personal lives. We fully stuck to this project for 4 months, and being 4 months on BSC, you've got to hustle, guys. You know, it's a very hard place to crack, and I generally do believe we got a very good reputation of just being an extremely fair project owners.
Yeah, absolutely. And something that I experienced during the time that you guys were rolling on BSC was you had a lot of active community members that were spreading awareness around the project. So I consider this a pretty big achievement that you had within your V1, and that you also transitioned to your V2. Because a lot of projects, especially during the bear market and during the time when volume was very low on BSC, had the problem they were not able to build this cult-like following anymore.
No,
These people that spread awareness and are loud, it was basically gone from the market. But you somehow achieved to motivate people to still shill their bag, and I consider this one of your best achievements from your V1.
thank you. Yeah, no, you I mean, yeah, it's, you know, as an Englishman, we don't really like to give ourselves that much praise, but no, you know, you are correct. I think the community, they definitely bought into our vision, and that's why they were so helpful, and they really were the backbone of our project. And we today, and that's just the truth.
That's great to hear. But let's stop to talk about the past. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about now. And let's talk about your recent launch because you once and again achieved something that a lot of projects struggle with. And this is launching after a migration with an appealing chart. How did you guys prepare yourself and your community for the migration from the BSC network to the Ethereum chain?
I think I'll let Aaron take over this now, guys. He's the expert.
Hey guys, so this is probably one of the most telling and challenging parts of this project because in order for this to happen, what we had to do was we had to totally we had to totally reset ourselves back to kind of a ground floor position, all of us. Like Pig talked about, we'd all been accumulating and supporting the project and holding the floor and keeping the word spreading. And so we had all accumulated a vast amount of tokens. So what we asked the community to do when we decided to make this pivot and come to ETH and rebrand our vision and try and position ourselves for a more long-term goals, which is what we've always wanted to do. Yeah, so what we encountered is after we told people to send in the supply, we realized that 83% of the total supply had been sent in between all of our holders and all of the team members who had bought tokens and sent them in, which is the only way anybody got tokens to this project was through purchasing. We did have a whitelist for all of our friends in our network who helped us push this at the start. This was a zero marketing effort on BSC. It was all of our friends in the space, our reputation, our trust, our work, our community that really got us to where we were. And yes, I definitely believe that the ultimate thing that came from that was that we built one of the strongest communities in the space to push forward with. And there's very, very few projects, especially relaunches actually, that can say that because a lot of times people are frustrated and looking for an exit because a lot of times projects relaunch uh, because it's dust. Your tokens are dust. You're looking to save the project, save people. We never reached that point. We reached a point where we all collectively had earnings we could still sell that was still, worthwhile. We're only halfway down from all-time high, roughly speaking. So we ask people, if you want to exit your positions, feel free to exit. But if you want to come with us to Ethereum, if you want to continue this journey, send your tokens to this wallet. And that was where the 83% of the supply showed up. So
Very nice. Very
yeah,
impressive. Sorry, Aaron, to cut you off here, but
please.
I want investors and community to understand what that means. Because in a lot of projects, if you announce a migration and people have to send tokens in to get the new tokens, what happens is people sell their position because they don't want their tokens on another wallet. And it's just easier. You press one button, you got your Ethereum, you got your BNB, and you can reinvest it into the new version. But if people send in a lot of the supply by themselves, it's always a very good sign for a migration. So keep your eyes on these wallets where projects collect these funds and tokens to estimate how active the project still is. And 84% is pretty impressive.
Thank you, man. We were shocked, like legitimately shocked. We had no idea we were going to get that kind of positive response. Like we hoped for it. We felt we had a good connection with our community, but to see it so visibly, so solidify was very, very cool and really inspiring for us to make this move and knowing that we had that kind of support. So in order to open up the market, make it appealing for new investors who could come and share this experience with us, we needed to reduce that overall supply. And instead of making it difficult for our developer having to do a bunch of math, we just said, okay, we got this many tokens. We want to airdrop 25% of the new supply to all OG BSC holders. That's the amount that we can allocate. We see a lot of private sales, pre-sales that are anywhere between 20 and 40% of the supply. We wanted to make sure that there was lots of tokens and liquidity, lots of tokens out there for the market. So we said 25% is probably a good maximum amount. But what that meant is that what we did is the new contract is exactly 4 times as many tokens as the number of tokens sent in. And what that means is that each person who sent in tokens took a 75% reduction in their overall supply percentage in order to open up the floor for new investors. So basically, we all took a 75% dip in order to push
Aaron,
through to this next step of the journey.
let me ask you something. Did you announce that the tokens will be worth less before the people sent in the tokens, or
Yeah.
after?
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward in here the exact posts and the airdrop list so that you guys can see how transparent we have been. Obviously, like what we were suggesting was a very complicated thing, and so like and there's obviously language barriers when you're translating things, but we've tried so hard to communicate this process, the reasoning behind it. Let me slash airdrop. There we go. I'm gonna forward this into Bravelounge for you, or actually, why don't I send it to William because I'm not sure if I can share links.
Yeah, better send it to William, our bot sometimes. Oof. He loves the power we give him. But from what you tell me, I guess you announced it before people sent in tokens.
Yeah, that was actually part of the original post. That was so that was announced. The decision to migrate to send tokens came after the announcement. I sent it. I sent it in.
Mhm.
The reason behind this is that we know what kind of traction we can get on Ethereum. We know the extent of our network. Things might seem a little slow right now, guys, but for all you know, that's intentional. Um, Ultimately, um, having an 80,000 market cap, uh, all-time high, is great coming from a 1,000 market cap, and we did a great job. Everyone did running it to that point, but we reached the extent of our network, and in order for us to continue, we had to come to ETH. But what that meant is that we knew we could go much, much, much farther, and that was the incentive for us all to see. We'd all watched as the chart went up and down, our tokens value and devalue, increase and decrease. When we were prepared to see that one more time in order to project us much farther than we'd ever gone before, and see profits that far surpassed the initial all-time highs of what people were experiencing with their potential prosperity. So we knew that it would be a tough move and a hard move for everybody. But if
Mhm.
given a little bit of patience, we have a lot to prove to you guys, just like we have the past 4 months.
Yeah, Aaron, and I have to tell you, like, I think you made the right decision. First of all, to the Cat Doge community and to the V1 holders, congratulations on your diamond hands, and congratulations on the courage that you have when you back a project, because that's definitely unheard in the market that people hold their position although they get a reduced 75% back in the next version. That's incredible. And congratulations, Aaron, to the people that you have holding your token. At the same time, I feel the same. Like on BSC, volume decreased very much over the last year, and Ethereum was still very active, and there is still a lot of trading on Ethereum, even better now that the market picked up. So it was a good decision in terms of the network moving forward. Um, Aaron, can you share a little bit of information on how the migration or how the new launch initially went and what you guys did from I think you launched at the third, is it correct?
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, we had initially planned for the second. We had told everybody between the first and the third, but we knew which day we wanted to go on. Thursdays are very high volume days. Um,
Hmm.
they're great days to launch on. We were really, really excited about it. And unfortunately, the morning of, and we announced this about an hour before our time window opened, in which we were going to open VC and begin the hype for launch. But our developer had an appointment get moved on him that was very obligatory, and he was extremely apologetic, but we had to delay. And he said, we can either launch now or we can launch when I get back in several hours. But I'm really sorry, I can't do it at the designated time. Well, what we realized is that if we launched right away, although we might snub the snipers, we would also abandon our core community who had a time frame in mind and was expecting, a certain thing. And what, just in an effort to be on the best volume day, and you know what I mean? And it just, it wasn't right. Um, and if we had waited till he got back, they'd all be sleeping. So we said, okay, this is, we're just going to put it off. We're not going to force this. It's not right. There was also word that some very vicious sniper groups were targeting us on that launch day. We tried to be kind of stealthy, until the few days before our launch, but apparently even a few days of hype is enough to get some bad eyes on you. Um, we that wasn't actually a part of the decision to put it off. The meeting in and of itself was just ultimately the only reason, but there were some interesting things that happened. So that second day, because of that, all of our German community was there, prepared, ready to be a part of it. And that's, I mean, honestly, like, especially coming out the door, our primary focus is our OG holders. These are the guys who've been with us from the start, and we were not going to leave them behind just to get, like, some fancy hype launch, which could have been essentially dumped into oblivion by snipers. However, our developer, who's an excellent developer, he has a great instant launch contract where he does everything in one single block, basically gets it all out. When he came back from his vacation, he said, yeah, so in the past 3 weeks, apparently they've kind of got a way around this. And he says, but I have another trick I want to try. So if we do it tomorrow, I'll have some time to put it in, write it, and test it. So actually what happened is we ended up not only beating the scammers, we beat the snipers the next day too. They were not able to snipe more than basically one bag on a block, and we had their max transaction of 1%. So they didn't get very much out, and because we had a decaying tax model, we got about $5,000 to get us out the door. And yeah, personally, you guys, we think our launch was incredibly successful. We surpassed our previous all-time high. Our previous holders, we surpassed yeah, we surpassed all our volume, our 4 months of volume. We surpassed all of these things we did just in the first 24 hours. Actually, I mean, really honestly, in the first few hours. So in our minds, we've already
It's
achieved a level of success
crazy.
that
Did you
surpasses our BSC.
did you sorry, Aaron, did you just say that you surpassed your 4 months volume within 24 hours?
Within, really honestly, the first couple of hours. Yeah.
That's crazy, but it once again shows that it was exactly the right decision to make to move to another network.
Yes, yes, it was. So considering we hit all of those metrics and we realized that, compared to other Ethereum projects, it may not look like, it was as successful as some of these others, but also, I mean, we really do want to kind of make sure that our base is really strong going forward. So like I said, a little quiet for a reason. We also, there's been some really interesting challenges in this launch that are totally outside of our control, like our developers, appointment change. We had a lot of technical issues around launch with our multi-sig, with our internet, with our technology. We've encountered issues with other marketing services, like glitches in their systems, and all kinds of things that honestly, a lot of teams I could see breaking their phones and stuff over, and we handled it. We delegated, and it kept supporting each other through it. We all had frustrating moments, but the truth is, and I think that sometimes when you're trying to really push through to a next level, life really tests you. And there's no other way to describe what we've been through and what we've come through and accomplished, but basically, beating those challenges.
Yeah, incredible. And these challenges brought you exactly where you are now. So you launched on Ethereum. You have a very appealing chart. I just have it open in front of me. And the project is trading currently around, I would say, 35 to 40K market cap, very stable over the last few days. You had a great spike at the beginning, and now it's about to fulfill the further roadmap, to market the project, to build the community furtherly. Can you share some insights with us how you approach that topic, and how you want to integrate new things into the Cat Doge ecosystem? I heard that there are also rewards included, so share some insights on the nice stuff.
Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit about the simple things, and then when we get into the milestone markers, I'll come back in and talk about those a bit, the ecosystem.
Sure, let's do that.
Pig, my friend. That's okay. I'll go ahead. So basically, we are rewards token. We are a meme coin, and we are a vibrant community. Okay, so really honestly, like these are the three simple things that we are coming out the door, and that we promise coming out the door. That we have great rewards at Ethereum, that we can build and engage in a great community and in a great environment, and make a excellent cultural hub for this space that's safe and welcoming and just extremely fun is our goal. Um, so that's kind of the out the door, right? We are fantastic shillers, raiders. We've got our marketing going and everything, both community powered and monetarily powered. Um, so those are really like that's our focus. That's our focus. We want to build an entertaining community that becomes this cultural hub in the space. We want to have great rewards, which is a nice utility to have going into the bull run, to be receiving Ethereum rewards. And then we have a big dream that we've set out in our milestones, that if we achieve and we reach these points of development and we succeed in creating these these entertaining, like we have NFTs and game and show and like all of these ideas to create this vast entertainment ecosystem that ties into this project and these characters and this brand. So yeah, I'm gonna stop for a second. You guys have anything to add, or Phil, if you have any follow-up questions, feel free. I was rambling, so I always cut myself off.
Completely fine. I just wanted to wait if somebody else wants to jump in. And I know that you won the hearts of the community also with the rewards and with the branding approach that you took. And that they are very, very strongly backing the project. But for newcomers, sometimes, they are curious, they want to do their own research. Um, how do you guys think of the security aspect when we talk about KYC, audit, doxing? Did you do any of these? Do you plan to do any of these down the road? Oh no, now we have a guy on camera as well. Aaron, sadly we can't hear you right now. But
Hey, sorry, I had
I
myself
think
muted.
perfect. So I think
Okay.
this helps a lot in terms of the security aspect. Thank you very much for going forward and doxing yourself in the Bravelounge. And guys, I hope you appreciate the project team that you have here. They proved themselves on the BSC chain. They moved to a new network. They're continuously building this project, and they're even on video with you guys to ensure that this is 100%, or let's say 99%, because there is no 100%, safe, secure, and an environment that you can do your investment in without having to worry about your bag overnight. So thank you so much, Aaron, for joining us on video as well.
We've been kind of we have previous AMAs with us on camera talking to everybody, but and we tell people, yeah, I mean, if you want to go do your research, it's out there. We're not hiding anything. It's literally in our archives. It's online. If you just search it, Google it. So we kind of save it for a marketing moment, but you guys are probably like one of our biggest supporting communities. Pretty much everybody in our core community is from Bravelounge or connected to Bravelounge. So there's really, I think that this is kind of like maybe like one of the best places to come out as one of the first AMAs on ETH and like kind of show, like that's why I feel like show my face. Pig is welcome to come on camera right now if he wants. He may not be feeling it. That's fine. He's on previous AMAs if you want to see him. Frankie is our shy little German boy, so maybe he'll come on camera one day. Yeah. Hey, Phil.
But now I need Dom as well. Like if Dom doesn't show up on camera now, I'm sad. Because I think I never saw him.
Everybody's seen me, but let me just go to the front room because I'm actually laying down in my bed at the moment with my laptop open.
I know, because you nodded off for a second there. I was trying to get your attention. You're snoozing.
Yeah, no. I was listening, but you're far better than me in explaining it. All right, yeah, let me just jump on my phone quickly, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do that, Dom. We're waiting for you. In the meantime, let's talk a little bit about your roadmap. You guys have stuff coming up. What are milestones that you want to achieve within that journey of Ketosh?
Okay, so our first milestone, and this kind of connects back to your security question, which is really important and we should keep addressing. We want to renounce our contract. We realize that the trust in the space has been degraded to a point where even if we are the right team, and even if it would be better in the long term to have the kind of control over your project that allows you to do what, like, help the project in the way it needs as the markets change, and have that kind of that kind of fine tuning capability. But ultimately, the space right now is just, I just don't think that they're ready, especially for a meme coin. And so we want to renounce, but we also really wanted to protect our project from snipers and whales in the beginning. So we had a max transaction of 1% and a max wallet of 2%. Well, actually, today we changed the max transaction up to 2%. And then when we hit our first milestone of 250,000 market cap, that's when we estimated, because we think it takes about, based on the math that my developer did, that it would be about 1.5 ETH to hold, to get a 1% bag. So when we hit around that mark, I think it's going to be very hard for any whale to suddenly walk in and take control of our project by holding a large supply hostage, right? We've just heard horror stories in the space, right? And it kind of scared us, to be honest. Like, so this was a preventative measure for safety. But if we feel like if we want to, we could always renounce early. It's not really our goal to, but
Dom,
just so you guys
I'm
know.
sorry, Aaron, that I'm laughing, but because Dom is sharing his screen, Dom, Frankie can't see you. He can only see your shared screen. You need to activate your camera and not the share screen function, because right now we're reading your chat, and I really don't want that to happen. So join us on camera rather than sharing your screen and be part of the party. But what you said, Aaron, before, it makes sense, like you hear this with a lot of established projects that the community wants them to renounce, and they are very picky sometimes, especially the degen and meme community sometimes is very picky. They want their contract renounced. They don't want to see airdrops. They don't care about the backstory. They just care about these numbers, and you need to prove them wrong. But therefore, you need time, and it's very hard to keep these people entertained over a longer duration of time. So yeah, maybe it makes sense to do like an audit or something later on, and to also renounce the contract to just ensure investor security. And now let's see if Dom manages to join us.
We do have plans to have an audit. We had an audit on our BSC contract. It was it was probably our first biggest expense. And so we would like to do that again on this contract. The only reason we're not rushing it is A, we want to get out the door in a marketing way first. And B, our developer is a tier 1 developer in the space. He's very respected and trusted. We're looking forward to him kind of being a part of one of our AMAs, so at least we can kind of point to a discussion where he's talked about some really technical things in a really technical AMA space.
We're not the technical AMA space. We're the explain it to a 5-year-old AMA space, but we have fun doing it, sir. I'm sometimes a little bit overwhelmed when developers join our stage and they get very technical. But at the same time, it's good to hear that you work together with somebody that has a great reputation. And I guess the person also worked on different contracts, different projects.
He's gotten perfect scores on Certic before.
Nice. That's very good to hear. And if you ever feel the need to get an audit, maybe approach Solid Proof, because they are actually also from Germany and they do quite a good job. They're good guys. We love them
radar.
around.
They're on our radar big time. Yeah, big time.
Absolutely. So that's good to hear. And I heard that you guys also have something upcoming in your own community. I heard that you guys will run another voice chat today for anybody that might have any questions after this AMA or just wants to socialize with the team. You see, These guys, they are very based, they are very down to earth. These are regular human beings that you can get into interaction with, that you can share your ideas and build this community project together.
We
Aaron,
want creative voices and creative people in our community, because we don't want to be here trying to make all this shit on our own. And it's not, honestly, I mean, it wouldn't be the same. It would be dull. Like, we want to open up the door. Already we have all this cool, like, this guy, one of our community members is doing these incredible prompts that are making these like amazing like half cat half dog images. And I've tried
Mhm.
prompting out like our character before, when especially when we were first thinking about the art rebranding, and I just wanted to like see, man, dude, and my results were terrible. And this guy has like created these like really beautiful and like colorful like cartoon creatures that, like, it may not be like exactly like our character, but like the contribution of creativity to this community is going to be one of the most driving factors in our success, because that's what we're focusing on and building and opening up to, is for everybody, for this to be the hub for them to come and have fun and be a part of something that they don't have to worry about a chart. It's always going to go up. We have buyback mechanisms in place. All we want to do is hold and earn rewards. And so like the floor just keeps growing as long as people keep establishing that mentality. So
Mhm.
that's what we're trying to do, is bring people back to the old days where you buy a bag, you hold it, you work for it, you be a part of something. It's a movement, it's a culture. So this is what we're pushing for really hard. And we think that, although we're not the most technical, people in the space who can promise all of these, world-changing utilities or tools, we can promise that we have some of the most like good, like high valued ecosystems that create the most entertaining like possible environment that we can. And we want to be a fun house, and everybody,
Mhm.
I think everybody can play, that can hang out at. And we all know that entertainment is a very lucrative industry, and that could turn into some
Absolutely.
very serious revenue potential for us and all of our holders directly through the rewards contract. We can just inject ETH anytime we are making money on any of these business adventures.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I can still remember my meme days. I can still remember the days where I was doing memes. I was sitting on my phone trying to be creative, trying to be funny, just to support the community. And it was such a rewarding feeling when you posted content and people actually liked it and used it again. And I was the original creator of that meme. Now everybody uses it. It felt great. And
Yeah,
I have to be honest, I really miss these days from time to time. I'm I'm doing a lot of research on big protocols, on stuff that might be good in like a year, but at the same time, it would be nice to have that feeling of 2021 again, of aping into coins and really holding and pushing them together with the community. And that's why I appreciate you guys so much. There are so many meme projects launched on a daily basis. We had a lot of meme projects in here. I
yeah,
see them all around. And most of them, they last for a day, which is okay. Like sometimes you can't make it happen, whatever reason. But
yeah,
at the same time, I saw you guys build and I saw you guys be around and I saw your best and worst in terms of price performance.
yeah.
Dom, we're still not there. Sadly, we see now your screen of your laptop. There is a camera sign at the bottom, and if you press it, then you join us with camera as well. Um, and I know that it's super hard if your price doesn't perform the way that you want it, the way that your community wants it. It's super hard to push through and to motivate yourself to give it another day and try to push it again. But this is exactly what you did. That's
Yeah.
how you earned my respect. I enjoyed. Oh my God, there
Finally,
he is.
finally, brother.
What, what a beauty of a man. Good evening, Mr.
Evening, guys.
Pigwater.
A bit complicated that was, yeah. Good.
But at least now everybody has a lot of money because we saw all your wallet and your keys and whatever you shared with us. And I'm just messing around. Um, Now, did we have you here as well, Dom? Do you want to add anything because before we move over to your community and we continue the voice chat there?
I suppose you and Aaron's kind of mentioned everything. Yeah, guys, it's just a fun place to be. It's a safe place to be. that's kind of my biggest thing that I always try to drum into people is the fact that there's so much shitty people working in this space. We're not one of them. We can't promise you you're going to be a multi-millionaire at all. What we can promise you is that we won't play no dirty tricks, and that's just we're just honest and transparent, guys.
I just played a dirty trick on you though, Pig. Go check the Bravelounge chat.
Yes, I think the picture comes together.
Minutes.
I think the picture just comes together nicely. If you guys have any call to action that you want to give to the community, then you're free to do so. I just want to sum it up one more time before I hand over to the last remarks. And like always, you're definitely appreciated here. You can always come back, update us on your progress, have a few words to the community. Don't just chill, but I know that you're smart with chilling anyway, so I don't have to address that topic with Cat Doge.
I have a
I just want to
sticker. I just gotta drop
Yeah,
the Bravelounge
perfect.
sticker. That's it. That's all I need to do.
I just want you guys to know that that our door is always open, and we are happily updated about your progress and about the roadmap and whatever you want to tell us. Our house is your house, and I'm looking forward to great days with Cat Doge. Help together when the price is not appreciating. Push the team, push yourself, spread awareness around the project that definitely deserves it. And now it's your time. It's your time, Dom, and it's your time, Aaron. To sum up, maybe give a call to action. It was definitely nice chilling with you also on the video chat. I didn't do this for ages. So thank you very much for the time that you brought today. And I appreciate your efforts. We all know that time is the most valuable good in the space. So also to the audience and to the communities involved. Thank you very much that you spent some time with us together. It was definitely a fun evening. And now the stage belongs to Cat Doge for their closing remarks before we go to their community and we continue to party there.
You go ahead, Pig.
Guys, just thank you so much for turning up today. I see we've got a lot of people here. Yeah, guys, we say this all the time, if you choose not to invest in Cat Doge, that's fine. Just please be careful where you do invest. That's the main thing. Too many bad actors here. The good guys, we all have to stick together.
Yeah. We're gonna be so we're gonna be pretty active this week, guys. We would love for you to come be a part of this funhouse. It's kind of an extension of all of the joy, possible happiness that exists in the space. We want it to exist here. And we also want everybody to make money along the way. So, like you said, if you want a safe project, you've got one. But if this isn't yours, make sure whatever you choose, you're just is safe, guys. Don't lose your money in the space. Don't do it. We've all happened. Be smart.
And stop FOMO. Stop FOMO into things, guys. That's
don't ape in here either. Do your research, watch us, listen to us, talk to us, be a part of this. If you like it, you'll join us. We know that. We're not trying to hard sell anything. Okay, that was a little bit of a hard sell, but in a good way. It was a good one.
Yeah, no, guys, our VC's open all the time. We've got a very, very active German community. Any questions? People were questioning about the airdrops. Other community would have deleted them. We didn't. We addressed them. We're very, very transparent. Like I say, guys, come over, join us. The white paper's there, the website's there, the airdrop transactions are all there. We are, I would say, one of the biggest legitimate teams in crypto.
Thank you very much, guys. It was a pleasure to have you here, and I hope that we can have a follow-up discussion in a few weeks, maybe a few months. Definitely show yourself in our community. I'm always happy if I read one of your names. I hope that we gave the overall audience a good impression on the project. We had 3 handsome men on VC and a lot of for you guys, so I hope everybody enjoyed. I will just close down the recording now. So this was Brave Talk for today with the team of Cat Doge. And in the background, my Doge is leaving my room. So it's definitely time for closing this VC down, transitioning to the Cat Doge main Telegram, socialize with their community there. Leave a like on Twitter, read their white paper, look through the website, do your research on these guys, and if they win your heart like they did with me, then do a small investment, support the project, be part of the fun. Treat it as what it is. It is a meme project. It is a community project, but it's a rare kind, and it's one of them where the project team doesn't go away. So this should be your fundamental knowledge for today. Like always, this is not financial advice. We do these shows out of entertainment and information purposes for you guys. And I hope that you enjoyed. We will be back soon and we will update on the progress of Ketosh. Guys, moon this baby. Have a lot of fun while doing so and
Let's
stay
go.
as you are because
Let's
just as you are, you guys are
go.
perfect.
No, Phil, we've known you for a long time, buddy, and you've always supported us. So thank you very much. Thank you to William as well. We've mentioned him a lot in this VC, but he's actually been incredible. Your whole community have shown so much love to us, and we really are proud, guys. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to be here for a very, very long time.